Good morning, folks. I'm Binoy from BizFirstAI. Today, I would like to give you an overview about credentials. Now, when you connect to an external system, so essentially, BizFirstAI is a integration system, enterprise software integration system. What it means is when you have several softwares that you need to deal with and you need to operate on. In 20 years ago, I worked on a project called BizTalk Server. Right? This is from Microsoft. This is 25 years ago, the 2000, year 2000 or something. Now, what BizTalk used to do is it integrated products or services from other companies, and we call it EI, Enterprise Integration. Later on, in 2010 timeframe, that enterprise integration evolved into a different technology altogether. Right now, today we have several technologies like API gateways and API integrations and things like that. Right, many, many ways the application integration has progressed. In 2026, what happened is with the agentic architecture, and that's the latest in the entire scenario. Earlier, it was a very basic, evolving technology. The user models, billing models, access models, everything changes in the agentic mode. Now, when I say agentic, and every integration that takes place with the agents or other companies don't necessarily uh, be a AI agent. It can be just a plain agent, right? So in the agent model, you have to integrate with other companies, other products, other agents, and other agent can be AI agent as well. That's the way we look at it. Now, when this happens, the integration happens. Our product, what it does is, with a click of a button, you should be able to add an integration here and use that integration points as atomic operations. For example, if you really look left side, the Salesforce case update or Salesforce case get, what it does is it just get the case from Salesforce. That's it. Nothing complicated about it. And when it connects, after getting the case, you might read the case information, convert that into a standard data format, or remove certain data. You do some operations on the data. After that, you send that information to some other integration points. So when you make individual operations are very atomic operations and connect them through a workflow, that's what essentially this tool does. But behind the scene, a lot of code is written to integrate with Salesforce. And who has written the code? We have written the code for the time being, but our expectation is that Salesforce or Microsoft or Google, whoever wants to integrate with us, they will create the integration components, or any SaaS company in the world should create that integration component and bring their own components here or register it, and people should be able to register it and operate it using our beautiful navigation system or a workflow system. Once the Salesforce does this, Salesforce gains huge operational efficiency because Salesforce clients do not need to write coding anymore. They can just use this tool to integrate everything with them. And not just with Salesforce, Salesforce will immediately add all kind of integration capabilities along with other companies that are registered here, right? For example, let's say, give another example. We have something called uh, get data from SQL Server, and there's something called insert data into MySQL or MongoDB. So we could operate a workflow here that will pick up data from SQL and put it into some other thing, right? So the integration between SQL Server and other software like Elasticsearch, MongoDB, everything is comes on, off the bat, just like this. That's the beauty of this. So basically, what I mean to say is that this is an integration platform, just that it takes a different interface, different way of looking things, different way of operating things. And enterprise integration, this is a major deal, right? Getting the data, put it into a common database, the integrate enterprises its own database, then fetching it from there and sending it to another vendor. That's a everyday use case in enterprises, and that can easily be achieved using this platform. Anyway, typically when that happens for an enterprise, they have to write a lot of code about Salesforce because it has to integrate Salesforce. Then they have to write a lot of code using other tools. And if they use a general purpose software's process system like Pegasus systems, so there are several BPM products available. That's one way to go about it. But the newer way is to use agentic models, agentic operations like this. I will explain in subsequent videos how exactly this is different from the earlier models like BPM projects. This is a BPM workflow. However, this is organized and modeled in a modern fashion. In another way, I would say this is the next evolution of BPM. Anyway, thanks a lot. I'm gonna create another video soon about credentials.